Oh, you did? Oh, no!
It is. It's recording.
It is. Where'd my other glove go?
So, it was a pretty busy week, but not in an automotive sort of way. You guys will see Jesse and I both made our working spaces a lot more usable. In the first half of the video, Jesse does a little review of the new hoist he puts in. And in the back half, you'll be seeing how we gutted and redid my entire shop. So sorry again for no cars this week, but I hope you guys enjoy what we got.
Hey guys, Jesse here, and this is C is for Cars. Really, we're gonna have some cars. Not yet. This week has been crazy. Mason's been working on the tool shed there. I went to help him with that. And I put up this hoist, just like I said last week's video. This would be coming up. This took a bit. Bit of work. I think it's gonna be really worth it. I'll walk you guys around quick, maybe a quick review. It is a Capital Automotive Equipment Limited hoist. I think it's a HPTL 10. Some things I really like about it, some things are not great, but it'll work for me. It'll work in the shop, so let's get you maybe a little closer look. So this is a 10,000 pound lift. I had to wire 240 volt in for the motor. That was all easy. The hardest part about installing this was the anchors actually, and you'd think it would be as easy as drilling 10 holes in your floor, putting in these anchors. And when we started, we knew and looked at these anchors, we knew probably weren't the best things to use, but it's what we had, it's what came with the lift. They're designed to work, theoretically. And they're tight, and this, like, you know, it's not falling over. Something to address. I think if you're gonna install one of these, I would look at different anchors, and we'll see how these go, you know, a couple lifts. I'm gonna lift my Z7 up first. I'm gonna do a video touring around that car and looking at everything. And it's really light, it's gutted. So it'll be a good test up and down a couple times. Make sure everything stays tight. I'm gonna refrain from lifting up my Power Stroke for a while. That's, I don't know, just about 7,000 pounds probably. And again, this is a 10,000 pound lift. It shouldn't have a problem lifting it. It is just the anchors that, you know, I'd be a little concerned about, but honestly, it's pretty good. Good design. I wanted a 2-post lift instead of a 4. There's, you know, a couple advantages to a 2-post over a 4. A 4 is nice because you can drive on, you can drive off. A 2 is nice because immediately all 4 wheels are off the ground. You don't have to jack them up on the hoist. I got a clear floor 2-post lift because, I mean, transmission jacks, you don't have this thing in the middle you're gonna be tripping over and all that jazz. So one thing that I'm a little annoyed with that I'm gonna address is the placement of the power unit. Now, this lever is gonna release your lock. So after you lift up, you're gonna bring down your hydraulics so it rests on these locks. To bring the whole thing down, you have to hold this lever and this one way down here. Now, I'm not super tall. I think I don't know, 6'1". But, I mean, lifting's easy. That wasn't hard. But once it's up and you have to hold these locks, you gotta come down here. This isn't very ergonomic. I mean, a lot of the time, I know my dad has the same kind of lift, but it's an Atlas. Power unit's up here. That would be way better because then you're holding this, you're here. I would like that better. You're probably thinking, well, why didn't you just install it there? And that's a great question, and I probably will move it eventually. But right here, this motor comes into a welded piece of channel on here that this bolts to. And also these hydraulic come with it. And obviously, if I move this up, I would need to get a different hose, and I probably will eventually because this is just silly. But I'll live with it for now. It's gonna work. I'll lift the Z7 up, see how it goes. Be pretty cool. That a 4-post lift will have over a 2, as like I said, you can drive it on with a 2-post. A couple things you have to be super mindful of. One, the car has to be pretty well centered between the 2 posts. And also you have to have the weight distributed kind of balanced equal. Right now there's no engine in the car or anything, but normally your engine's gonna weigh the front down, so you're gonna have the car sitting a bit further back. Right now it is gutted. I have my cage kind of sitting in the back. So we're kind of, I don't know, probably about middle. What I'm gonna do is once I have my lined up, gonna lift the car up about a foot, kind of just give it a little bit of a wiggle, and we're gonna make sure fairly balanced. Jacks, pretty important. Once the car is up yay high, we're gonna stabilize them with these. You know, you're reefing on something, you're trying to get, I don't know, a wheel off, or, you know, something's being a little, making you a little angry and you're reefing on her. You don't want the car shaking real bad. These are gonna make it solid. So I'm gonna go ahead and position everything, lift it up, make sure it's all good. Okay guys, clearly have the car up a couple feet. I think I have everything pretty perfect. Give her a shake. The hoist isn't falling down. It seems like it's balanced pretty sturdy. Let's lift her up. That seems like a good height for me. Those locks are a little loud. And reach way down here. Perfect. So she's snug. She's up in the air. That's about where I'm gonna wanna work on stuff, right? I'm gonna go ahead and put these jacks under. The rear I'm gonna put under the center of this diff. Like so. The front, I'm gonna put the center of the K member. Basically you want somewhere solid. Eventually, you know, I'm gonna remove the K member and stuff. You just gotta be mindful of where you're gonna position stuff. Perfect. I'd call that solid. That's nice. Just bring you guys in closer. Like I said, the front jack is on that front K member, and you can torque on her. Oh, how nice is this? I mean, I can for sure stand straight up in the tunnel. I can go up a little higher if I needed to, but you don't want to be reaching up too high either. I will do a walk around on this car still, but basically I went on the torque boxes, which are already dented, so that's nice. Probably could have centered that one a little better. And then at the front, we just go on the subframes, like so. Factory open diff, yuck, that's coming out. Anyways, guys, that has it for my half of this episode. You're gonna see a lot more of this car, a lot more of this lift, and everything that we're gonna learn about this new lift, get you around the car. That'll probably have to do today. It's been busy, but you know, thanks for joining me guys on checking stuff out. Stay tuned, we got lots of stuff coming. This is gonna be such a help. If you're thinking about a lift like this, you can ask questions. I can give all the thoughts and everything on what we did here and what I would do different or what I would get different, but I think it'll be good. Once you have a hoist, by the way, you will never want to do an oil change on the ground again, but sometimes you have to keep yourself honest. Thanks guys for this week. C's for Cars. See you next Tuesday.
Alrighty, so I really wanted to put a 4-barrel on a Monarch, but A guy's got to do what a guy's got to do. We're just going to tear down this entire garage, revamp the storage system, and then tear down all this drywall, all this yucky drywall. It's brown, it's sagging, it's been here for 50 years. Cover everything in OSB, paint it white, it'll be nice and bright in here. It'll be a whole new tool shed. It's the next day on C's for Renovations. And the garage is completely gutted now. Well, completely with air quotes. There's still some schmeg left, but I can't believe how much shit we had. That whole enclosed trailer is full of stuff. We've got another dump trailer in the other bay for all the drywall it's going to go into. And then the gazebo in our backyard is now also a small wall-less garage. Whew. Tired after hauling all that stuff out. But anyway, next step is getting some hammers and pounding out these walls. Start tearing this place down. Great news. Found a lug nut for a Ford Escape I lost a year ago, so that's great. Kind of a goofy look, moving my whole garage with the wife's Escape. But hey, if it tows, it goes. If you've ever tried to reverse a black Escape around a black fence with a black trailer in the black of night, you gotta get a little creative and strap a light bar to the back of the trailer. Alright, day number 3, and away we go. Kinda halfway through tearing out the walls here. The insulation's not terrible like I thought. It's a little chewed up down there, but not a lot of black stuff, which is shocking actually. And I don't know what the spacing is on these studs, but it ain't 16 inches, so carrying on. Who made this? Okie dokie, so we have all that strapping to put up because none of these are even close to 16. They're all like 25 inches on center, and that doesn't divide by 4 or 8 very nicely. So we're going to put this strapping up along all the walls, and then we're going to staple the OSB to the strapping. Lots of work to do, lots of screwing. Here we go. Getting there. Of course, the receptacles had to be smack in the middle where I wanted to put my strapping. Alrighty, it's a new day now. So here we are. Got that kick plate put in all around the garage. We just did pressure treated plywood because water still comes in, and I don't want the OSB to swell and rot in just a couple years. So I got all that kick plate all around the garage. Time to start throwing up some OSB. Oh, we did it. We're finally done. Look at that. A full OSB shop, except for the front and the ceiling and, you know, around the furnace. But other than that, we're pretty much done. That's great. Oh, we're on day like 3 or 4 of the garage, and Jesse's here to help today. Yeah. Because we had to take down a furnace.
I help my friends.
Yeah, I didn't help him with the hoist, but he's going to help me with all the shitty plywood work.
Oh, you did? Oh, no.
It is. It's recording.
It is. Where'd my other glove go?
It's in your hand. You're holding two gloves.
I have this one, too.
Oh, that glove.
Yeah.
We did it! We did. Mostly because Jesse came over and helped.
Yep.
But look at all this. There's OSB on the roof, on the walls,
Oh, yeah.
underneath the furnace, the doors still a lot. There's a wife. Oh, she didn't want any part of that. But look at it. It's a new tool shed. If we come to the corner here,
I mean, look at this, guys.
look at it. Look how much space there is now. Whole new thing. Paint, shelving tomorrow. Thank you, Jesse, for the help. So we got day, I don't know, 4 or 5 of the shop renovations. I've enlisted the help of one of Rihanna's Super Bowl marshmallow people. And we're just going along painting everything now. It's a really great snowy wintry day. Saturday night now. Paint should be dry. And I think it looks awesome in here. This white makes everything look so freaking bright. I'm so excited. We got lots of time left in the day. It's only 7:15 at night, so the wife's putting the kid to bed. We're gonna take an air gun, blow off this car, because this sawdust on it is driving me absolutely bananas. And then we're gonna build the shelf unit that's gonna sit right there. Let's get going.
Thank you for sticking around and watching the transformation of the tool shed. Sorry there was no real car footage this week. That's how life goes sometimes. Between Jesse's new lift and my garage actually having a usable bay, working on projects will be way easier. I'm pretty proud of how this turned out, and I can't thank Bailey and Jesse enough for the help that they gave. Like and subscribe, and put in the comments a favorite feature that you have in your shop at home. Until next time, we'll see you next Tuesday.